In this video, we are going to look at the maximize conversions bidding strategy for Google Ads and then compare it to the target CPA bidding strategy. Now, both of these strategies rely on generating conversions and they're all focused around getting conversions for your business. But what are the pros and cons of both approaches and how can you leverage them to your advantage? Well, you're going to learn all that and more coming up. Hey guys, Darren Taylor of thebigmarketer.com, and my job is to teach you all about digital marketing. Now, if that sounds up your street, you should consider subscribing to my channel. And in this video, we are looking at the maximize conversions bidding strategy. So first of all, it makes sense to define exactly what the strategy is. The maximize conversions strategy does exactly what it says. It maximizes the number of conversions you can get within your budget on Google Ads. Now, this is a strategy very much centered around that old debate in marketing and Google Ads by extension of volume versus cost per conversion. Now, of course, it's a sliding scale. The more you want to generate volume and push your volume, the higher your cost per conversion can increase, because with competition and getting the keywords and targeting the keywords that are less likely to convert compared to the ones that are more likely to convert, putting budget into those ones is going to raise your cost per acquisition. But that is the premise of a maximize conversions campaign. It's going to maximize the number of conversions you can get within your budget using machine learning. So as I say, the machine learning is going to maximize your conversions, but the question is, why would you choose to maximize your conversions using that strategy as opposed to setting a target CPA, whereby you can actually go ahead and set what you want to pay for your conversions, ideally in a perfect world, and then optimize your Google Ads campaign that way? Well, I already made a video around the target CPA bidding strategy and I've linked that up in the description below, so feel free to check that one out as well. But going back to maximize conversions, the reason you'd pick this strategy over target CPA is simply because, as I said, you aren't as focused on the cost of acquisition, but you're interested in the volume. Now, let me give you an example of why that would be the case. Now, imagine your business really relies on having a whole team of staff to take phone calls, to take orders, to take bookings, to take meeting requests, and you want to maximize the number of leads that team is generating, because every second, every minute that team is not working on a lead or hasn't got any leads in their inbox or hasn't got any orders to process, you as a business owner or as a marketer are burning money. So it's all well and good setting a target CPA whereby you tell Google how much you ideally want to pay for a conversion. However, if your volumes are the focus of your business and you need to make sure your team are fully engaged and getting tons of volume in, because otherwise you're paying for nothing, then you want to maximize the number of conversions you get. And as a result of that, you might end up paying a bit more for your conversions, but ultimately it's going to maximize the volume of conversions you actually generate, which will be good for that kind of business model. Because if you have a call center or a team sitting there with no conversions or no leads to work on, you're wasting a lot more money than you would by spending a bit more on your conversions. So let's compare that with the target CPA bidding strategy, where you want to make sure your cost per acquisition sits in a specific place, because as a business, maybe you want to manage your cash flow, maybe you know the sweet spot for your business whereby your conversion rate dictates you should pay a certain amount per conversion, and that is why you'd want to use a target CPA bidding strategy. Now, 9 times out of 10 in most businesses I've worked in, the target CPA bidding strategy is much more effective than the maximize conversions bidding strategy, because it still gives you a lot of room to play with. Now, say for example, you're using a target CPA bidding strategy and you want to make sure you also get enough volume, you have an option to increase the amount you want to pay per conversion, thereby opening up your volumes as well, so you have a bit more control over it. So my advice would be, if you want to maximize your conversions, which Google's algorithm for smart bidding will do anyway, then my advice would be to focus on a target CPA and grow that strategy, maybe paying a bit more for your conversions in the long term, but it gives you a lot more control to roll things back if you need to tighten your belt in the future than if you use the maximize conversion strategy, where essentially you're giving Google free rein to spend your budget how it sees fit, and it will maximize your conversions, hopefully. On your screen right now, you're seeing exactly how to find the maximized conversions bidding strategy in order to make sure you can implement this onto your campaigns. But as I say, it's not one of my favorite bidding strategies, and I think there are much better ways to optimize your budget than maximizing conversions, unless you have a specific use case where you can actually make sure that your team is working on leads on a consistent basis, even if it means it costs a bit more money. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like below. Let me know if you have used the maximize conversions bidding strategy, or if you prefer the target CPA strategy. Let me know in the comments below. I reply to pretty much every single comment I get, especially for new videos. And more important than that, don't forget to check out the other content across my channel. Loads of tips and tutorials for you there. And more important than that, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video.